Those problems need to be seen as opportunities. If you lose your job, honey, that didn't happen to you. It's an opportunity happening for you if you so choose to see it in the lens that you need to see it. How you view your situation, circumstance, trial, struggle, tribulation is how you're going to come out of it. Look at Job. He lost his children, business, money, wife, family, friends. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him, because we know that the God we serve does nothing without a sole purpose. So, beloved, I need you to fervently shift your perspective into life. Shift the things that come out of your mouth into life. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. What is your heart saying? What is your mouth saying? Is it life or is it death? It could only be one of the two.
Here we are, grand and rising. Grand rising.
Grand rising. Here we are, grand and rising on this beautiful and blessed, fervent Friyay rising. Today, I need you to fervently shift your perspective. You know, the way you look at something is how you're going to see it, is how you're going to perceive it, and then you go to respond, react, and maneuver about within that thing the way you see it. So this is not, oh, well, I need to speak things into existence, or I need to, no, this is biblical principles. The Bible does say we have the power to call something that is not as though it is. So if you call this thing a curse, if you call this thing broke down, if you call this thing destroyed, if you call these things in your life something opposite of what you desire it to be, something opposite of what you know the Lord destined, wired, and created you to be the opposite in that thing, if you start to call these things, remember, the Bible also says that we have power of life and death in our tongue. So it's not just about, oh, you have power of life and death in your tongue only when you're talking about this thing, only when you're speaking of this person. No, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. It doesn't matter the category. It doesn't matter the genre. It doesn't matter. Whatever that comes out of this mouth of yours. This is why I take ministry so serious. And this is why I don't care what happens in my life. I don't care what circumstance, trial, tribulation happened in my life. Ministry is priority. And you will always hear me speaking life into the people of God, speaking life into myself. God had to teach me. Sometimes you will be in a season where you can't leech or lean on someone. God will do that, right? To where you're able to encourage yourself. You're able to speak life over yourself, to where you're able to call the enemy what he is and then dismiss him. But you can only do that with the power of life and death in your tongue, beloved. So because we have this power and because we have the ability to call something that is not what it is, beloved, it is time for you to fervently shift your perspective. It is now the season. It is now the time for you to fervently shift your perception on God, shift your perception on what he's doing, shift your perception on the problems that you have in your life. Those problems need to be seen as opportunities. If you lose your job, honey, that didn't happen to you. It's an opportunity happening for you if you so choose to see it in the lens that you need to see it. So, beloved, is somebody getting this today? Let me tell you, how you view your situation, circumstance, trial, struggle, tribulation, how you view that thing is how you're going to come out of it. Look at Job. Look at Job. Everything underneath the sun you can think of happened to Job. He lost his children, business, money, wife, family, friends. He lost everything down to the skin upon him skin. The skin upon him skin, down to his health was attacked. But what did Job say? Though he slay me, yet will I trust him, because we know that the God we serve does nothing without a sole purpose. So, beloved, on this fervent Friday, I need you to fervently shift your perspective into life. Shift the things that come out of your mouth into life. The Bible says, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. What is your heart saying? What is your mouth saying? Is it life or is it death? It could only be one of the two. So I love you guys so much. And I pray that this blesses you in a way that you would never be the same. And you will move forward, shifting your perspective, switching your lens to that, the lens of God and how he sees you and who you are to become in this life. I love you. Have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you on Monday's Rising.
Grand rising.